Okay. Okay, I think I'm officially live. Pretty darn cool. And I still need to bring up the, oh dear lord. Okay, well, just give me a minute. Oh dear goodness, how's everybody doing today? I'm sleepy. The Drew is here! Let's just start this in the beginning. I can't. What if I can... Come on. Oh. Yes! Absolutely awesome. Absolutely goated with the sauce. Drew's pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Hi Noob, how are you? I am drinking water in a pickle jar because one of my... Wait, did I say goated with the sauce? I don't know, that's a phrase that me and my boyfriend say a lot. But I am drinking water in a pickle jar because one of my obsessions is if there's anything that's in a jar, like pasta sauce or whatever, I will wash it out and like put it in the dishwasher and then use it as a water cup for the rest of my being. And man, it's so funny too because I still have the what's it called? I still have the labels on it too, so it looks like I'm just drinking pickle juices. Pickle juices? Pickle juice. I should really get started on, oh my gosh. Wait. I'd flush you down the drain and keep the jar? Yes. What did... Okay. What's going on? I've just been having a whole bunch of technical difficulties, so I thought that something on my screen was going up, but I guess it's fine. In terms of what's going on right now in my life, it is Why does it say that it's 60? Wait, my stream blacked out? Okay, if you can hear me, please let me know. Here, I'm gonna put in the chat too. If you can hear me, please let me know. I'm talking. Oh dear. Oh, okay, it's back. Okay. Thank goodness. I was a little bit worried for a second. I was like, maybe I'll just cancel it for today, but, I'm glad that it's doing the thing. Wait, really? I'm a fast typer, I guess. Why is this here? This is unneeded. Blank. It's just for the second. Oh, phew. Dude, I have a mechanical keyboard and I love it so much. Just because it sounds so nice. Oh, wait. I sound nice? Wait, thank you. Honestly, mechanical keyboard's great. Amazing. Oh, I was gonna say, oh my gosh, you know how last week it was like, oh, a little bit chilly out, but, whatever. And, what's it called? A little bit chilly out, the geese being really loud. Guess what the temperature is now? Well, guess what the temperature was earlier today? 86 degrees. Yesterday, driving around in the car, 90 degrees. There was snow still on the ground. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's insane. Wait, it's 70 right now? Yeah! Oh, wait. Fahrenheit or Celsius? If it was Celsius, I'd be dead. So it was Fahrenheit. Minnesota weather is absolutely insane because we had a blizzard last week. Legitimately, I bought this like portable air conditioner. And don't get me wrong, I guess if you live somewhere where it's normally hot, 90 degrees is like, whatever. It's April! It's April and I had to bring out the AC. About Czarnik being not living? What? Wait, what? Huh? Wait, huh? Oh, if it was 80 degrees Celsius, 86 degrees Celsius, I would be not alive. I think I would be boiled by that point. Yeah, I have a video which I can't show you guys because it has my face in it and I just don't want to put my face out there. But it yeah, because April 1st was when we had the huge what's it called? Blizzard. Because I was gonna go to a birthday party and it was like, oh yeah, there's no more snow and weather's finally starting to get in like the 40s. I'm so excited. And then it was just like, boom, overnight. Just absolute, like I went to bed and it was like lightly snowing a little bit. Woke up, there was so much snow, oh my gosh. And now the snow won't melt because it's all insulated. I just realized, like, looking at it right now, it looks like I'm talking in this live stream sort of thing, just like here, and Claire's like staring at me. But yeah, anyways, so the snow is all insulated, so it's have you ever seen it be 90 degrees out with snow still on the ground? It's insane. Which, I don't know how much snow is left today because it's been like, this is the like second or third day where it's been in the 80s or low 90s, but holy moly. Yeah, it was insane. It's not so much snow, it's icky slush. Well, yesterday there were some, it was like really weird because it was like there's still like big mounds of snow, so it's just like now it's all like compressed into ice and the ice is starting to melt. It's really weird. Legitimately, I bought a new comforter because my original one it's so nice and toasty warm, but I was like, ooh, this is gonna suck once it gets too warm outside. I will not want to use this once it's too warm out. And it did not come a day too soon. Holy moly. I like ordered it off of eBay, I guess. And man, I guess if anybody wants a recommendation for a comforter, it's okay. It's just that it's really lightweight. So when it's cold in my room, I'm like shivering under this new comforter. But that means when it's warm, I feel like I have a comforter, but I'm not like dying. Which is nice. It's scrumdiddlyumptious. Honestly, what's amazing right now though is like where I am, where my apartment is it overlooks well, we have so many lakes. It overlooks like a I don't know if it's a lake or a pond per se. But it like overlooks some wildlife. And oh my gosh, it's so nice to just sit out there on a summer night and just have like lemonade and just talk. Hey, does anyone know why some of my messages don't go through? Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah, land of 10,000 lakes. What you just described is now on my bucket list. It's so nice. Oh my gosh. Like, it's honestly, I think, like, don't get me wrong, I'm like, oh, I don't like this weather because it's way too hot. It's almost every single year that I live in an apartment where I'm like, I'm gonna try not to use too much AC this year, air conditioning. And then it gets so hot out, like so quickly. And I hate it. I love Minnesota, don't get me wrong. But then it's like, well, I want to, like, last year I tried what's it called? Like, for the first few months when it was really hot out, not few months, for the first couple weeks, I tried sleeping just like with a fan on. I can't do it. I can't. I just decided I can't do it. So I like gave in. And maybe I'm a big baby, but I bought a separate air conditioner for my room. Since there's an air conditioner, like in my last apartment there was an air conditioner in my room, like in each bedroom. But for this apartment, there's only an air conditioner in the living room. And I live farthest away from the living room, which means that once there's like cold air, by the time it gets to my room, it's kind of warm. But like, what was I gonna say? It's not that I don't like Minnesota. I love spring, and I'm upset that also the reason why I don't like Minnesota in some aspects is when it gets too hot. So living in LA would not work for me. I would be like, oh my gosh. Yo, if Liberty declines, would you want to switch places for a week or something? Oh my gosh. You guys should totally switch. Do, what's it called? A, like, Parent Trap kind of thing. While y'all deal with traffic, mugging, car crashes, screamings, gang wars. I mean, I don't want to bust your bubble. It's probably way worse in LA. I've visited LA. We, still have that, especially in the winter with the car crashes. Ooh. I will say though, like, when I visited my cousin in California, there was a point where legitimately I did not want to drive for a full, like, month or two after, like, getting home from that. Just seeing the car crashes and how intense they were in California. Oh my gosh. You really think you want to put LA up against my wrath? At least the car crashes in Minnesota are accidental. That's true. You've got me there. I will say, around my neighborhood, one weird thing is, and maybe it's just people don't care right now, but I keep, like, specifically driving, out of my, like, from my apartment to where I work. Right when I, like, get out of the, like, area where my apartment is and onto, like, some road. It's, like, some residential road, don't get me wrong, but, I don't know what it is. There's these teenagers, maybe they just got their license, but they have no idea how, like, stop signs work. Because there's this, like, this has happened twice now. In the past 2 days. Once a day in the past 2 days. So, like, I don't know, I'd have 2 nickels, which, you know, isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. But anyways, so, like, and it's been, I think it's been 2 different cars. What happens is the, like, for the first thing that happened, I had the right of way. I was going straight. Somebody was gonna take a left and they were at a stop sign. They looked at me even. They stopped for me. They waited. And then once I got close enough, they were like, all right, here's my chance. Boom. And I know you have stop signs in LA. But, okay, maybe it's the California stop where you just slow down first. But, anyways. So, I'm going straight. I have the right of way. They're at a stop sign. They take a left, so they're also supposed to stop or even slow down and yield. Because people just going straight have the right of way. And then, like, once I get up close to it, they go, this is my chance, and go right in front of me. And I'm like, what? Why was that the most opportune time? And then this morning, there's a, like, 3-way, 4-way stop sign? Yeah. There's, like, an all-way stop sign. And basically, like, I get up to it first, and then the car in front of me gets up to it second. The car to the right of me gets to it third. I get up to it first. I already went to a full stop, so I'm starting to go. This car slows down, looks at me, and then speeds up to take a left right in front of me. Like, for a second, I stop, and then they look at me like, they're like, ooh, they don't even do like any angry or like really like, oh, what's going on? They look at me like, oops, did I do that? Is it okay if I go? And I'm like, man, I'm like, go, get out of my way. And oh my gosh, then they go like, oh, thanks. I'm like, really? You almost just hit my car. Why? Oh my. Like, also, I understand, like, okay, I probably wouldn't have gotten hurt, but it was all so slow too, and I was going so slow. I'm like, how do you not? This may be the loudest slash angriest I've seen you. Is it bad that I want to see more? Oh my gosh. Like, it's weird that it happened twice in a row. Maybe it's just that teenagers around my apartment have just gotten their license for the summer or spring or something, and they actually don't know what a stop sign is. Or like that, oh, hey, other people have the right of way. Oh my gosh. There was, I will say also, the area where I work at is kind of, it's not awful in terms of driving, but like right around it, like maybe like a mile away or something, there's an area where I don't know what it is, but people drive around there thinking like they're in New York. And I'm like, my good man, this is Minnesota. This is, chill. Where do you think you have to go? Where do you think you have to go? Cub Foods? People will be like, triple, what's it called? Yeah, I think I've explained, I can't even remember if I've explained this to you guys or not. There was this one car that got like, that was to the right of me, and straight up just merged through 4 lanes of track, like sped up while we were at a stoplight, sped up, merged 4 lanes into traffic just so they could make a left turn. I was like, this seems like a bit of a weird time to make a left turn, bud. And then there was also this one time I was like driving to school, and I think it was just like a bit of confusion with right-of-way stuff. But there was one point where like I was going into a roundabout and the car behind me was like convinced that I cut them off. And like normally it's like, okay, you get really angry. Maybe the worst thing that happens is like you get a couple honks and then they're like, I don't know, like flipping you off or something like that. Maybe even sometimes they yell from their car. This woman followed me to the school that I worked at and then proceeded to park, like, what is it? Park in a way that if I moved my car any bit further, I would have T-boned her car. So she, you know, just like straight up whoop, right in front of me and pulled down her window, waited until I pulled down my window, which in retrospect, this is why I like have a plan in place now. is because this woman scared me so bad. She proceeded to yell at me and swear at me for like 5 minutes in front of an elementary school. Oh, that was, And she was like, you could have killed somebody. You could have killed somebody. Watch where you're going. You need to be more focused when you drive. It was like, ooh, she was just yelling so many profanities at me that day. Man, if you were looking forward specifically to Noob Gamer, if you were looking forward to seeing me angry, I guess you got it. My parents were about to go through an intersection and one big red truck nearly rammed into us, and even worse, a clearly inexperienced new driver in a blue Tesla was honking and freaking out at us. Oh my gosh. What happened to that passive aggressiveness Minnesota is known for? I don't know, man. I really don't know. I will say it's like, I don't want to dox myself. I think it's just like, I don't know, like that area specifically, people think that they're like, I'm super important and nobody else that's driving right now is important. I will disregard anybody. Oh my gosh, that woman that was like yelling at me made me cry so hard that day, which, like, you know, I'm over it now. I'm also gonna make the chat a little bit smaller. I realized you can't see the bottom part of the chat. Maybe if I go like that. Blink. Blink. There we go. What is her weakness? Where the hood at in Minnesota though? Again, I'm not gonna dox myself. Not that it's like I live in the hood, but I don't, that's some information that I do not wish to, because I've had some experiences with where I used to live, but there I also, like, I don't know, I feel a little uncomfortable talking about that sort of stuff on live streams. People yelling at me from their cars, whatever. The stuff I used to experience, I don't wish to discuss that here. I'm really selling Minnesota right now. Don't get me wrong, there's a bunch of wonderful, absolutely wonderful places in Minnesota, and I love them. Even the place I used to live, still love hanging out there. There's a bunch of great restaurants too. But it's also not like sunshine and roses. I will say that. Oh, as if there's any. I will tell you, there is. I will say there's also some, like, cute charm to it, though. I was driving Hero home one time, and there were these guys, just, like, walking along the side of the road, very clearly stole a whole bunch of, what's it called? They stole a bunch of bike wheels, like, you know, off people's bikes. Pretty normal in any big city. I think you've also got to remember that, like, the Twin Cities are, like, pretty big cities. They're not absolutely huge, but in comparison to other cities in the United States, they're considered like pretty big metropolitan areas. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, these guys stole a bunch of bike wheels and they were just like holding on to them and just like having a cute chat while they were like walking along the side of the highway. And I was like, that, I don't know, there's just some like cute vibes to that. Oh, I mean, I wasn't really scared. We were just in the car, and also, again, the guys were just having like a cute, fun conversation, or at least it looked like it. They were just like, they were giggling. Bike wheels, must protect the bike wheels. Pretty much. What places would you not recommend going to Minnesota? Like a flat out do not enter. That's a good question. I mean, I think each place has their own charm. There's definitely like when I went to New York, there's like specific places that it's like, do not enter, but also like there are still kind people there, you know? Like not everybody's bad. I think there's definitely places to be more aware of your surroundings. One place that people don't think about a lot is like specifically like the Minnesota State Fair or the Mall of America. Unfortunately, there have been a lot of, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on stream, people have gotten hurt. I'll just put it that way. And yeah, stuff involving like, how do I put it? I guess I'll just say it. There have been pretty much almost every year with the Minnesota State Fair, and for the past few months even, there has been like a shooting at the Minnesota State Fair, which is only for like a couple weeks out of the year. And like the Mall of America, it's just like pretty common now, which like just sucks. But that doesn't mean that it's like, completely avoid it, because it's also like, okay, the Mall of America, not super important to Minnesota culture. The Minnesota State Fair, oh my gosh. Yeah, see, like it's places, I think what's also important to note is it's places with a ton of foot traffic. So, like, you know, there might be some fights. There might be some people there who might be like, this is the perfect opportunity for me. That doesn't mean, though, that it's like, stay in your home. It's just like, be really aware of your surroundings in places like that. And I don't want to scare anybody from, like, you know, going to those things. The amount of times I've gone to the state fair and it's fine. It's totally okay. Noob, I'm not gonna tell you the things I've gone through. I also don't appreciate you belittling those things. But I'm just gonna say, like, it's also totally fine to live in a safe place. And I'm very glad that I'm in a safer place now. That's all I'll say on that. Changing topics. I am I bought some yarn already for, I'm gonna crochet a dress, a sundress. I'm also thinking, I'm wondering if I should make it into a top and a skirt or not. But I don't really know yet. So I'm pretty excited for that. Hey, that's okay. I just want to also make sure, like, sorry if I was a little too direct about it. It's just like, ooh, sometimes, ooh, I'm like, okay, yeah. I just want to make sure that we stay kind on here. Ooh, Minnesota chat. I love Minnesota. Oh my god. I mean, I love Minnesota too. The DNR is having Free State Park Days this summer, and next one is next Friday. So you should totally, I don't know if this is for all states. I think it might just be for Minnesota state parks, but if you live in Minnesota, you should totally go to a state park on next Friday. Oh yeah, like my middle school used to do like field trips to the Mall of America. It's like definitely also like, if you're bringing young children there, keep track of them. Let's talk about the corn dogs. One of my favorite things about the Minnesota State Fair is not only the corn dogs, but they have, I think I mentioned this already actually, probably last year, but the corn dogs, where they put like pieces, you know, corn dogs, oh my gosh, Pronto Pups. If you ever go, you gotta get a Pronto Pup. There's big, you know, like, arguments about which one's the best. For me personally, it's Pronto Pups. But also they have corn dogs, which have kernels of corn. You know, it's cornmeal, hot dog, all that. But this one also has like full-on kernels of corn, and then you top it with, what is it called? Honey. And it's so good. Assume Correct says, in terms of places I wouldn't go in Minnesota, not much comes to mind, but I've checked the online list of sundown towns if you're road tripping it, because we have those. Yeah, like in general, lovely place to be. Also, just like with anywhere you travel to, just like don't assume just because it's like Minnesota is like a nice sounding state that it's all gonna be sunshine and rainbows. with anywhere, honestly. Just like make sure you're aware of your surroundings and stuff. Pronto Pup sounds like a delivery food service, but for pet food. Honestly, it kind of does. Oh, dang it. Why is this? Hey, wanna hear the name of a fictional Minnesota town I made up? I do. I will say, Minnesota's got a bit of everything in it. For example, dear Lord, I hope it gets cooler tonight because it's so hot out. Green Wheel, Minnesota, I like that. You know where I gotta take my boyfriend to? Austin, Minnesota. I gotta take him to the Spam Museum, I think. I don't know, I feel like that would be fun. It's also like, big part of my childhood. Big part of my childhood being, I think I went there when I was like 15 or something. I love her vids so much. Oh, thank you, Eileen. Yeah, so like, I was asking Claire actually, who lives in, I can't remember if she told you guys which state she lives in. She lives in a more southern state than Minnesota. I was talking to her the other day because we catch up sometimes. I was like, it's so hot in Minnesota right now. And she's like, oh yeah, it is in the state I live in too. And insert state here. And I was like, oh, how hot is it in insert state here right now? And she was like, oh, it's like 75 degrees. And I was like, I wish. Dear goodness. The coldest I've faced is prob near 30 degrees, like maybe 37, at least in weather. Oh dear. Oh dear. Honestly, I feel like if there was vegan Spam, I wonder what would be in it. I mean, I'm a Minnesota girl myself. I love Spam. I had Spam at my high school graduation. Fahrenheit. Oh my god. Yeah, in Celsius I'd be like, okay. Dear goodness. 30 is not bad. There were times when there was one point in the spring in high school when I had to wait for the bus and it was like -20 out. And the other girl waiting at the bus with me was wearing sandals that day. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know, there's just something a little charming about Spam. It's kind of like, it's like, you know how sometimes all you crave is like an American cheese sandwich? There's something about that. It's not even a guilty pleasure, it's just like, yeah, okay, I know that this is kind of a processed food, yeah, because it doesn't need to be refrigerated and it's meat. But also, ooh, sometimes I just crave it. There was a University of Minnesota student who got on the news for wearing shorts during the polar vortex. It was probably a man. Fun fact, Greenwheel is the main setting for all the crazy stories and lore that I'll be telling in my corner of the universe. A multiverse. That's really fun. If you go to Austin, Minnesota, specifically, this is to Noob Gamer. If you ever go to Austin, Minnesota, go to the Culver's there. You've probably never been to Culver's. Get the cheese curds. Cheese curds are really good. Not as good as some other places, but you'll still like them. Phantom Tribble, hello. Talking about Spam. You should go to the Culver's in Minnesota, and then on top of it, ask for the Spam burger. Don't tell anybody that I told you this, but they have Spam burgers. They serve Spam burgers at the Culver's in Austin, Minnesota. Actually, that's one place I wouldn't go. Visit University of Minnesota. I usually just call it U of M, so that's why I keep reading it weird. But don't go to school there. The class sizes are big and the professors are mean. Honestly, I feel like I personally would never go to a research school, but that's because I grew up in, well, with like really, really, really small class sizes. In 5th grade, my class size was 4 students. My school shut down because my school's class sizes were so small. Then I went to another school. My largest class size that I have ever been in, probably like 20 or 25 students, even going to college. And that's just like that's something that I really prefer. Also, like, I don't know, I still talk to my old professors. I just went to my physics teacher's birthday party like 2 weeks ago. I don't know, there's something like that I really enjoy about like getting to know professors and stuff. And with research colleges, it's a little bit more like, all right, they're really focused on the research. So for undergraduate, it's a little bit hard to get the support that you really need. Not that it isn't there at all. I have quite a few friends that go to U of M. But it like, if you're looking for more support, maybe not go to a research college. I love Spam pan fried, and then with the soy sugar glaze, it balances how salty it is. Yeah, for my, what is it? Well, it's really funny. My friend, I think I've had Marty on before, but my friend and I, when we went camping one time, we were like, let's figure out if we can make anything fun with Spam. And so we ended up making Spam tacos, and then with pineapple, oh my gosh. So good. And then I ended up like using that recipe and serving those at my grad party. Very, very Minnesotan. Oh my goodness. Grape jelly or strawberry jam? Strawberry jam! I don't know where that came from, but strawberry jam all the way. Even when I make like a peanut butter and quote unquote jelly sandwich, I always make it with jam. There's something about grape jelly that's like, oh. Yeah, Marty's been on my channel before. Marty's like one of my best friends. We've been friends for forever. Oh my gosh, like forever. I like both, but I love grape jelly. Honestly, Noob Gamer, maybe we're meant to be best friends then, because whenever you get grape jelly, wait, no, whenever I get grape jelly, you can eat it, and whenever you get strawberry jam, I can eat it. Also, I don't know if you guys ever had those friends where, like, you went to, ooh, Mickey's Diner. Also, Noob Gamer, write this down. You've gotta go to Mickey's Diner. So good. There's one in downtown St. Paul. There's another one that's around Highland. Absolutely amazing. I don't know if they have the, whoever is sending all these laughing and hearts, I see you. What was I? Anyways, like small town, not small town because it's in downtown St. Paul, right by the Children's Museum. I don't know if that one's still open anymore, but amazing. I love that place. Used to go there all the time as a kid. And it's just like, it's just standard diner food. But I would go there. The like fun thing about it is it's open 24 hours and it's, yeah, and it's like an old dining car thing. It's just so fun. Yeah, there's 2 locations. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so since it's one of the fun things is it's open 24 hours. So you can go at like 3 in the morning and it's like the vibe, amazing. But what I was gonna say with that is, so there's some points when I was a teenager, that, I'd go with my friends, and my best friend when I was a little kid, she's still one of my best friends, she would just eat the jelly right out of the like little jelly containers, you know, whenever you get like toast at an old classic diner. She just, apparently my boyfriend, one of his friends, also just like ate one of those like with the container one time. I think the Children's Museum is still open. The problem is, I don't know if the Mickey's Diner right by the Children's Museum is back up. They closed due to COVID, and I don't know if they've been back up ever since. Oh man. Children's Museum too though? That's so fun. I feel like I'm just gonna like talk about Minnesota for a little bit and then like sign off because it's already been 10 minutes past, but I was 10 minutes late. So, you know, understandable. What I was gonna say with that is Minnesota Children's Museum. When I was in Girl Scouts, when I was like 10 years old, we got to sleep over at the Children's Museum. It was so fun. Oh my gosh. Honestly, one of the things that was really, really annoying is that, They had this one section that we slept in that was like supposed to teach you karate, and it had this audio and it wouldn't stop playing, so you just had to sleep through it. Oh my god, I was like, why don't you just turn it off? Yeah. The Mickey's, if you do want to go, Science Museum is also really cool. Love the Science Museum. What's it called? The Mickey's Diner that's by Highland is still open. Last time I went was like a year or two ago though. And they were having they were just really understaffed, and I felt really bad about like going. We left like a huge tip because there was one guy was working, and he was supposed to be the cook for like the next couple hours. The lady that was our waitress just left. And so like, what is it? Like, she got our order, and then she was like, all right, I'm going on break, and then just left. And we sat there like, huh? But it was still it was really good. The guy also, it sucked because we like sat down and was like, like the lady that sat us down was like, okay, you guys can sit here, and the table was disgusting. And then the guy was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, the cook came over and cleaned off the table, and he was like, I'm so sorry, you guys. Also, the waiters and waitresses and the cook there that day too, just like the perfect amount of sass. I absolutely loved it. But that guy deserves the world. I hope that they're more staffed. Honestly, also, I know that I said that that table was disgusting. That is the only time that it has ever been like that, and I think it's just because they were woefully understaffed because they just got, you know, like, there's still a pandemic, but they just, like, started coming back after COVID, and I guess that they're just really understaffed right now. Maybe not right now, because I went a year or two ago. Anyways, I still highly suggest it. I love it. You should totally get the omelet. The way they make the omelet, too, is insane. And the hash browns, I love hash browns. Anyways, I should probably go. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was not a lot of me editing. It was mostly me talking a lot at you guys and with you guys, but I hope you really enjoyed it. I also turned off the music because it automatically went to lo-fi music that will definitely get me copyright striked if I didn't stop it. So yeah, I love you all, and I will see you in the next live stream. Yes, thanks for joining, and yeah, pizza out. Blink.